Check out my new tripod, guys. Awesome. All right, there we go. Okay, perfect. So, some of you are going to take this the wrong way. I don't know why. I'm here to help. I am 34 years old. I know. I look much younger than that. I go to work for 7/12s for a couple of weeks. I go through like a spell of hurting, like aches and pains, crawling around on grating, shit like that. It's getting harder and harder. For some reason, it's not getting any easier. I was warned that this was going to happen, that people get old, and I didn't really believe it. So, thank God we live in a new world. Things are changing rapidly all around us. I want to show you guys something. This stuff is a miracle. This is hemp. Look at that. Looks just like weed. So I'm going to assume most of you guys are on the straight and narrow and have never smoked weed before. So I'm not going to compare weed and hemp. But what I am going to do is I'm going to tell you what this stuff can do for you as you get older. Once you leave your 20s, a day crawling around on the grating, welding toe board, or working up in the pipe rack, crawling around, or in the ditch up and down, it's hard on your body and it takes a toll. You go home and drink a couple beers, try to relax, maybe take some ibuprofen or whatever. That stuff works too. But I'm telling you, this stuff, first off, works way better than ibuprofen ever will. And I guess it's not bad for your liver. People vaporize this and smoke it. I just roll it up in a little piece of paper and I smoke it. These were the first ones I came across. These are like little pre-rolled cigarettes. And the problem with this stuff is you can't control what's in it when you buy through dealers like Cascadia. You can get the specific type of plant that you need the effects for. If you need something that's good for anxiety, they have that. If you need something that's good for inflammation, they have that. They have hybrids, mixes, stuff that makes you feel like you want to go for a run, stuff that makes you want to feel like you want to sit there, take a nap. All sorts of different, there's a huge spectrum of this stuff. It's not one plant, it doesn't do one thing. Different plants do different things. Again, like I said, I'm not going to compare it to weed, but if you're familiar with weed, you know what I'm talking about. There's a huge variety, like a line chart, that goes sliding scale. So, but anyway, many of you may not know, I have issues with gout. Working on the road, I have a tendency to eat all kinds of crap food. Soda pops, beers, steak, shrimp, man, huge trigger. So I'll have a gout flare up where my foot triples in size, can't get my boot on, can't walk. It's horrible. In fact, the majority of the time I was up in Idaho just a couple months ago, the whole time I was there I was having problems with gout. Worked through it, was fine. Took some pharmaceutical drugs that helped for a little bit. When I got back to Utah, is when I came across these. 2 days of puffing on these little things, probably 4 total, which would be like 500 milligrams of CBD. The inflammation in my gout foot was completely gone. That, to me, was a miracle. You can't take... There are serious hardcore drugs you have to take to get that effect from a pharmacy. So, and oftentimes they warn you like, hey, this stuff is not good for your body. Do not exceed the suggested dosage. They only give you 15 pills at a time. So these are the kind of results that I'm talking about here. Not just, maybe in my head it's helping, so maybe it is helping. No, it's not like that. These are serious, notable differences. Another one, after work, Like when you're working long hours, you come home, you don't have a whole lot of time to wind down. This kind of stuff, you puff on 2, 3 puffs, 4 puffs, you know, one little cigarette thing, you know, the equivalent to, what are they calling it, 125 milligrams or whatever, CBD. This stuff, if you've got the right variety, will put you to the night time. Sweet dreams. Again, no hangover, no nothing. Okay, so let's talk about it. I'm going to show you some numbers on the back of the package here. You look at those. Okay, so there you go, 3 or 4 down. It says THC, like 0.0. There's no THC in this one. No THC in this one. Wow, okay. This one, however, let's look at it. 0.124% THC. The question of drug tests comes up. Okay, first off, I wouldn't recommend anybody like smoking this at work. They'll fire you. They're not gonna care if it's hemp or not. But as far as a piss test, like a pre-employment piss test, I would assume is if you don't smoke this like super hardcore, you will always be able to pass a piss test. If you're smoking grams and grams a day, you might fail a piss test. I don't know. These are things that I don't know. You'd obviously want to be smart with the use of this kind of stuff. Nobody wants to lose a job because of a UA, but the way I view it now is my health, my general well-being, my happiness is more important than any job. That's just the point I'm at in my life. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't. If you don't agree, I wouldn't risk it. Again, I would never want to lose a good job because of a piss test. So keep that in mind. But basically, what I'm saying is, this stuff, if you have any sort of pain ailments, work-related injuries, knee injuries, the stuff works. I'm sitting here recommending this to you to try. So I just ordered this stuff on the computer. Comes from Oregon. It shows up in 3 days. Phenomenal shipping, great. This stuff comes from Wisconsin. Takes about 5 or 6 days to get there. I'll hold this up. Again, this stuff is good and it's super convenient, you know, because it comes in this little box and you open it up and it's all ready for you. Here, there you go, it's ready. Put that in your mouth and smoke it. The problem with this stuff is you don't have control of the variety. It's hit or miss. You'll get different stuff every time you order, and you have no say over what they put inside of this. This is the opposite. This, you tell them, these are the effects I want. The lady on the phone will tell you, this is what I'm going to sell you. Sleep, pain management, anxiety, all sorts of these. You know, they can't say, oh, you know, these are not medical claims, but I'm telling you, the shit works. So give it a shot. If you feel that you need something new, I'm telling you, it's changed my life. It's changed the way that I deal with gout flare-ups. It's changed the way I deal with my knee pain from my torn ACL. Just the general woes of getting old and having to be on an industrial job site. So don't be, you're not the last to know. Thank God I'm keeping you ahead of the curve. Hopefully you guys stay safe out there. Hopefully you don't need this stuff yet. But if you do, check it out. This is CascadiaBlooms.com. This is VanceGlobal.com. You can Google CBD near me. You can buy this stuff locally at gas stations, at smoke shops, at some liquor stores. Don't be afraid to try it. Again, obviously, you're not going to want to use it at work because it does smell like prohibited substances out there that you will get fired for. So check it out. If you have experiences with CBD, leave it in the comments below. You know I'm not the only one out there, but I hope to hear from you guys. Again, stay safe. We'll talk to you guys soon.